Grandma artists, we're getting ready for Reindeer Week. Yay, Rudolph is coming to town. So let's see what we're going to be creating. Here we are, guys, with our supplies. I have our paper standing reindeer, our box of neutral colors that we just learned about, and our pop-up Rudolph. Let me switch over to time lapse and you guys can see how we're going to create these guys, our reindeer. All right, guys, here we are with our reindeer all cut out and colored. And you can see that I kept my scraps. And that'll be for a reason I'll show you in just a moment. Let's do this one first. So remember that solid line means cut and dotted line means fold. So we see a dotted line there, so we'll fold, fold. And then do the same on the other side. Now I colored the back because I didn't want to see the white of the paper. And I'm going to take my glue stick up, and we're almost out of glue. So I always use all of it. So I'll take my fingernail and be creative, because why waste? So here we go. Glue the top part of him together, so line up his little tail and squeeze. And make sure you gave those a nice big fold, and then he stands up. So I'm going to take the last part of the glue and glue his head on the front. And there is your little 3D reindeer. I'm going to set him right here so he can watch us do the rest. Now I have a nice pretty blue winter color background, and I didn't want to just glue him down. I wanted him to have a place to live. So why waste this paper? You guys know that I love reduce, reuse, recycle. So you know what? I'm gonna rip, and I'm gonna create a winter landscape for him to live in. So I'm gonna put a horizon line right about there. And I'm gonna use my real glue for this. So dot, dot, not a lot. And you can see that I'm flipping it over so you can't see the printed stuff on the back. There we go. And I'm going to overlap that, cut off a little bit of the edge, and then I'm going to keep building until I fill up my space. Okay, guys, here we are with our landscape ripped and torn and done. You can see I even had enough paper left over to make him some trees. You guys can be creative and make what you would like for his background. I almost glued it down and then decided that would be not a good decision because I didn't make my what artists call composition yet, which means where things are placed in the picture. So the cool thing about this is he gets to pop up I forgot, solid line means cut. So there we go. One good cut, dotted line means fold. So let me get that right. There we go. So if you're using real glue, because you guys saw my glue stick run out, if you take your finger and just run it over the glue and smear that dot out, that will prevent any wrinkles in your paper. So I made a slit and then push the paper over top of each other. There we go. All right. So again, dot, dot, not a lot. A little dab will do ya. Take your finger and run it out so you don't get wrinkles and bumps in your paper. And then make sure your antlers are on the page and then smooth them out. Go. And then dot, dot, not a lot. Right over the antlers. And I turned him a little sideways because he's probably surprised that you're there in the woods with him. Shift that right underneath, press down, and then take a little dot of glue and press so you know his head is on nice and safe. I held that for a few seconds to make sure it's down, and then let me get my trees glued. I'm going to put them here. And there we go. There he is, all finished. All glued down. And your 3D one too. Yay, Rudolph week.